Maybe that sort of evens out a little bit more anyways.
I'm not so sure that it's going to. Fnatic will start off on the T side here of Mirage.
2 sets of utility, and it's just the right side of site smokes. One flash over the top. Doesn't really blind Zeusy, but he's going to fall back anyways. He doesn't have any armor, just the smoke and the kit, and a full retake here for the Chiefs. Problem is that Fnatic going to be pretty disruptive now that they've got control over towards this connector and jungle area, and these duels are going to be very important indeed.
And Tux is still on the rotate. Look at him at the moment in T spawn. Blitz will take the peak. It's a 1-for-1. JW goes down. Offnu. He'll continue his form as Brolon does fall, but Tux is a bit of a linchpin right now. If he doesn't get this kill onto Crims, it's going to be very difficult for the Chiefs, and that is just a one-tap headshot from Crims that shuts him down. Smoke will go down on the bomb here, and that's a chance, of course, for Zeusy as he jumps across, does sit the defuse here, and it looks like he might well get this. They're not doing that much damage to him, just not in time. Another half second and Zeusy would have had it, but Fnatic do clean up again, the opening pistol of the map.
So off to a good start for the lads. Going to buy up into this one over on the side of Chiefs. Buying as well. So not interested in letting this one get too far out of control for Fnatic if they can possibly do so. I don't know if I'm convinced by how solid the force buy could be, and I'm interested to see how much utility Chiefs is actually buying in this round in particular, going down to the P250s on some of their players rather than the Eagles. 5-7 on Zeusy. And it's a pretty standard looking round. No kind of crazy stacks coming out from Chiefs or anything like that. Really is just very standard positions. It's almost like they're playing it like a full gun round with just the pistols and armor and utility that they bought very intentionally.
All it's going to take is 1 or 2 picks. This grenade should surely net one. Actually, it connects with the wall there from Texter. Had that actually gone where he intended it, it was certainly a kill on to Exist, who would not have been able to get out of position in time. Molotov will come through. Looks like it won't spread onto Texter. Oh, yes, it will. He's going to push through anyway. And he had an opportunity there again against JW, but will not be able to calibrate onto the head, which is really what he needed. Some good damage being done here by Chiefs, but no kills just yet, and that is making life look pretty simple for Fnatic at the moment.
It's trying to take some shots down towards that connector, and you do obviously see JW make his way through underpass, and lots of Chiefs players making their way over towards this A site, and Zeusy will cement it. First kill for the man, and he needs to do more.
Yeah, he can't quite manage it either. Had there been another player that was low HP, he might have, but not this time, as Tux finds himself alone. Still 35 seconds here, so no time concerns at all for Fnatic, and that really wouldn't have been a problem anyway, because Crims will clean him up quite nicely. 2-0 on the board for Fnatic, off to a bit of a rip snorter here on Mirage.
Yeah, indeed, and it's good to see Fnatic hitting back after what could be considered a bit of a frustrating map loss in that last one.
Well, you'd have to ask Crims that.
I mean, saw the wild spray from the man, and I've definitely been a victim of the last 2 rounds in the half where, Chiefs just do go on the T side of Dust to scissors, paper, rock. They roll scissors and just smash mid to B, and you're not in position either of those 2 times, and, what can you really do about it?
What can Chiefs really do about this round as well is the question. The answer, of course, as we all know, is not really a whole lot. Traditionally, the anti-ecos have been very solid from the international teams when they've been playing against the likes of the Aussies and the Asian teams so far here at IEM Sydney. I can't even really think of one that's gone the way of a more of a domestic team. I'd
imagine if there's any kind of team that's going to be taking away some of those pistol rounds, it's probably going to be Greyhound. I'm pretty dangerous with the pistols over on those lads. So here's the first buy on Mirage for Chiefs. Pretty decent one. Maybe a bit of utility lacking, but apart from that, can't complain. And it is.
Uh-oh. Offnu just gets flashed, and then I guess you could say flash to death really there, because there was not much that he could do once those flashbangs popped. Standing up high and dry like a totem pole at the top of mid, or bottom of mid, I suppose, but semantics. Texter will just escape through the connector. Domestically speaking, Texter is one of the better connector players. What can Zeusy do here against Crims? Maybe equalize, just takes his eyes off the prize for a moment, and that is enough for Crims to strike.
Yeah, 2-man disadvantage here for Chiefs, and it only really gets worse. Ooh. Assuming that Tux is going to go down into this ladder room area. The man is very low, and it's pretty much all on Texter and Blitz, who are both over towards that A side of the map, but it looks like Fnatic with that marker controller just going to head straight in towards B.
And Tux has got a rude awakening for him here. Shop's closed, says JW. Puts a smoke down to boot as well. So Blitz and Texter, it's going to be difficult for them here to save these guns, but as of yet, I wonder if it's even in that situation. Perhaps a 2v3 is still doable if Texter were to get that kill, but not this time. I think that's the round quite assuredly going to Fnatic, and it'll be on to Blitz to try and save the AWP.
See if he will be able to do so. Brolin seems like he wants to hunt him down. Already Fnatic showing their chops. They look very comfortable on the T side of Mirage so far. Very decisive, very much going fast out mid, going straight for that mid control.
Yep.
Not slowing down whatsoever. Making all the right moves to put Chiefs in an uncomfortable position, and you know,
Not going to get away with the AWP.
the AWP goes down right at the end of the round. Worst case scenario for Chiefs, they've got to save into this next one. Potentially buy some deagles up on the board, go for a bit of a half buy, and you know, we did say these maps are comfortable for Chiefs, you know, looking at the Mirages and stuff like that. But by the same token, you know, who have you really seen them play against? It's
well, I guess domestic competition, of course, yeah. There's not much else to look at, but you take from it what you can. Not a bad start for Zuzi and Texter. They've spotted the bomb here as well, so does this give a glimmer of opportunity over to the Chiefs? Maybe not now that Tux has fallen, but Texter with the AK, an important aim battle for him, and he does win it against Crims. That's
going to give a gun over to Ofnu, who's on his way through Teak Spawn right now. Bomb control in the hands of the Chiefs. And JW going to be meeting up with Exist in mid and seeing if they can bring this round back from the brink of disaster, because honestly, this is not one that Fnatic should be losing.
Well, the benefit, at least for Fnatic, is they have a lot of time to work with, and the Chiefs players don't have a whole lot of utility. Texter gets a little bit over-eager.
Very unnecessary to be peeking out the top and middle at that point in the round.
And now two armorless players to try and hold on to the bomb. Blitz not looking in the right direction at the moment, but does recalibrate onto middle. And the problem is Chiefs have absolutely no idea where Fnatic is coming from right now. The utility usage is going to be good here, but damage has been done, and Blitz gets across without a loss. Spamming away through the smoke. It will be Fnatic to pick up the bomb, but Ofnu climbs over the smoke, and now we're into a 2v1. Exist to clutch it out for Fnatic.
Double push coming out from Chiefs, and Exist going to make his way to the back of the triple box and put the bomb down in the very open plant position. They'll see that player on short.
They don't know where he's gone. This aim punch is getting the better of Ofnu, but it does give Blitz the opportunity to creep up through Connector, and Exist still has no idea where he is. Surely this is Blitz's round, and indeed it will be. The Chiefs, they've gotten away with murder.
100%, and there's one of those mistakes that you saw from Chiefs in the last game coming out of Fnatic. So that's going to be a big boon to the Chiefs' economy, and they're going to be building off that back of that one.
Not only a boon to their economy, but I think also a boon to the mentality for the Chiefs as well. You know, it started off pretty poorly here on Mirage. Okay, Dust 2, that was magical, but we're going to need to dig deep once again. But once you get that opening into the game, you know, Chiefs, they're going to be fired up now.
Quite seen the same sort of strong start out of some of these Chiefs players as we saw on Dust 2 just yet. Fnatic do opt to slow down and not take the mid control too quickly, as they seem pretty well aware that Chiefs has put out that smoke in a one-way sort of way, I guess. I don't know really how else to say that. So Brolin's going to refresh the mid-window smoke from T-Spawn once again before Fnatic go back for this mid control for the second time. Very sensible stuff out of Fnatic. Calling the audible on hearing that fizzle sound of the smoke putting out the Molotov and slowing things down.
Really not a lot of utility to work with here for Chiefs, so pretty imperative for them to open up the account with the first frag here, otherwise Fnatic will just overwhelm them.
They're going to be a key player over towards this short position with how Fnatic are taking mid-control time and time again. He's going to be the one to get aggressive in the mid-round and try to find Chiefs an advantage, and there it is.
That is very sharp indeed. All those hours in the deathmatch server that Ofnu is known for paying off, at least here for now. Can he get a second? Not quite. The angle a bit unfavourable for him this time. But it's Tux's turn, and he'll walk right into the crosshair of JW. That's the B-bomb side opened up. They only have two players left alive. Texter won't be able to salvage it for the Chiefs, and well, this is about as dire as it could have gotten for them.
Bit unnecessary to stick around on the short area after you get that first frag in particular. Would have liked to see Chiefs with that pick just fall back onto the bomb sites and play it a little bit more together, because you can definitely see Fnatic took huge advantage of some of the positions that they had on some of their players. Obviously, JW very aggressive on the extremity. Once Offnu goes down, that opens up the avenue of the short split coming out, which puts a lot more pressure on Tux to gather information, and so he peeks out on towards B apartments, which is something he might have done anyway. But by the same token, if you're that B player and all of your players are so far away in terms of the rotations, you need information about whether anyone's coming through short or through B apartments and putting pressure on you, because you need to be able to call and buy time for the rotation. And JW just instantly punishes him, and straight after that, Chiefs just start falling one by one like dominoes, despite being in a 5-on-4.
Yeah, Twist started off the map pretty crazy. 9-1-2. And he is suddenly putting the boot into the neck of the Chiefs. There's still definitely some life left in Chiefs here. If they continue to hit shots like Offnu was able to at the start of this round, who knows what can happen from there. But it's a similar sort of a storyline to Dust 2, isn't it? Where Fnatic started off so well, and it comes on to the Chiefs to come back into the round. Offnu gets picked off. Not a good start to the round at all for Chiefs, admittedly. The round was not a great one for them to begin with. Blitz hits a sharp one with the Deagle, though. He will be able to get himself an AK. Continues to push for more after the kill of Tux. Again, can the Chiefs manage to find a round? What on earth is going on, Fnatic? They really need to settle themselves on these anti-ecos, because Chiefs are being given so many opportunities back into the map that they should otherwise not have had.
100% agree with you. Twist, he's been the man stepping up for Fnatic, and he's doing it again. Doubles up. Only 26 HP to his name, though. And Zeusy and Tex are very much still alive in this one. Zeusy's coming up behind. If he gets picked off and Tex is left alone, just finds the timing there.
Jeez, Maniz. Okay.
That's the second time Fnatic's lost an anti-eco here, but they still have money to be able to buy up into this next one. But again, it's like Chiefs are being handed this game.
Well,
Fnatic's encouraging them to come back into it, because like you can't be giving them rounds off the back of them winning with pistols.
especially
They're not
when you
doing
start
anything
with a pick
right on
like
the gun
that.
rounds.
Yeah. It's just more time for Chiefs to play with, and that I think is something that Fnatic does need to be aware of, because obviously it took Chiefs a while to get them into the map on Dust 2. If you keep giving Chiefs these kinds of opportunities, eventually, look, they are good enough of a team to take advantage of them, and sooner or later Chiefs are going to find their footing here on Mirage. Sure, it might be a 99-in-1 kind of case scenario, but there may be a chance that Chiefs do find that one. Pretty imperative, though, that we do actually see Chiefs win a gun round, because it's all well and good to win the ecos, but it's going to be the gun rounds that are make or break in the grand scheme of things.
Fnatic smoke into the window and they go and take this mid control, but Chiefs deep in the B apartments have a lot of information. You can see Tux already pushing through into T spawn, so the longer that Fnatic take in terms of taking this connector control and slowing things down in towards the middle gives Chiefs a lot of information and ability to be able to rotate into the correct areas of the map. By the same token, though, Fnatic, with this mid-window or connector control,
Look at that!
find themselves some opportunities, but there's the flank out from Tux, and that puts a lot of pressure on these Fnatic players to start to scramble into positions where they can try and recover this round, but it's not going well for them.
No, Krim's just walking out. Palace, he's been smashed out of the server by Offnu. And Tux, a masterstroke there for the Chiefs, and they'll finally get themselves a gun round win. It seems impossible that Fnatic should come back from this, though maybe the one avenue of attack is that B bomb side. Blitz goes down cheaply, Texter having fallen now as well. There is an inroad there where Fnatic may be able to pull off a 2v5. Blitz playing very, very safe. With only 20 seconds left on the clock here, Fnatic don't have the time to really be wasting trying to clear out the bomb site. And if Blitz even survives for another 5 seconds, that'll be the round over. Indeed, it is now. Roland goes down. There's no chance for JW to get this bomb down in time, even with the fancy footwork that we're used to from him. He'll be finished off as well. Just before time, I think.
So finally, over on the side of Fnatic, they've run out of money. Crims is going to buy AK armor to even up the cash between the lads a little bit more. But they are going to have to take a bit of a breather in this round. Over on the side of Chiefs, big opportunity for them to start to build up their cash. Offnu, Tux, and Zeusy have a healthy economy, but Blitz and Texter haven't quite made it there just yet.
You can see lots of good utility usage out there from the Chiefs, quickly from the scoreboard. Good flashes coming from them. There's another couple from Blitz, but it won't really do too much to slow Fnatic down. That's a nice start for Zeusy. Really quick and clean from him. These are the kinds of shots that I don't really think we were seeing Chiefs, or even to an extent like Greyhound, for example, being able to hit in the last couple of days, right? Those sort of half opportunities that can kind of go either way, but they're very cleanly being hit this time by Chiefs. So maybe they're starting to get used to their setups here at IEM Sydney, hitting those good shots. Crims is, of course, the danger man in this round with the AK, but he does only have the 4 HP now, and Chiefs are looking fairly solid to close this anti-eco out.
Yep, Tex is even going to walk into Palace, so they're feeling pretty comfortable about the A side of the map. They do spot these players over towards Connector.
No cause for concern for Chiefs at the moment. Tex is locking down the T-spawn angle, so if Zusi spots even a rat, it is going to be a full commitment back to A from Texter. And that's looking like what it will be, but it's unnecessary. Zusi with 3 in the round. Nicely done. Getting that aim rolling here on Mirage as well, and slowly but surely, Chiefs are getting themselves rolling as well, up to 4 now.
Not just themselves, but their economy as well on this CT side. Full orgs across the board for the Chiefs, full utility, AWP on Blitz. Lots of cash on all of their players, 2 to 3+ K on everyone. Over on the side of Fnatic, after taking that short breather, they will buy up into this round, and it looks like a lot of emphasis and pressure over towards this A side of the map. Offnu again, doing the short jump and just walking straight up into this smoke.
JW's kind of waiting for it, but I think they're both in the smoke at the moment. Oh, JW knew, and he actually turns around and gets blitz as well. That is the explosion of the individuals that Fnatic can possess. And Chiefs totally caught unawares.
JW's form at this tournament's been absolutely fantastic. The man's been on fire, even when they're getting pummeled by MRBR, who's having some pretty nice shots being hit. And he's showing it again against Chiefs. That's Chiefs in a pretty difficult position.
Well, at least they've had a few rounds. Build that money up. What's Offnu going to get here? That is the question. If he's going to continue to go for pushes like that in middle, maybe even an SMG won't be the worst of scenarios. That one, I guess you could argue for Offnu, just a bit of bad luck, really, in a way.
Yeah, I think JW had the equal and the same chances in that sort of engagement.
Exactly.
They were both very well aware that they were in the smoke together. They ran straight into each other, and JW was quicker on the reaction, so...
Yeah. And had JW not got the first, he probably obviously doesn't get the second. But I think we're digging into it a little bit too deep. Chiefs are going to need to win clean gun rounds, and so far, well, we've not really seen it just yet. Maybe once here on Mirage.
Well, they haven't done so. They lost that last one, which means they've burned through all their savings they worked so hard to build up. Over on the side of Fnatic, and they're starting to build their economy. So, if Chiefs win this round, then Fnatic still have another gun round in the tank. But if Fnatic do win this round, they're potentially playing for 2, because Chiefs is going to have to take a save following this one.
In that case, it's a very important one for Chiefs. They're going to go for a push on B. Blitz misses the shot, but do they know that Tux is close? Now they do, certainly. And Tux is in a really scary spot. Smoke's going to go down, which probably allow him back out. Spam not connecting this time.
Crisis averted. That would have been panic mode from me if I was Tux. Texter trying to hold on to connector, but JW's been walking up this area time and time again, but it's a bit of a bullet dodge there for Texter, literally and figuratively.
Yeah. But you can just start to see the minor engagements favouring Fnatic here. They've got JW into the window now.
This man's eager to make plays. It's so good to watch him when he's feeling confident and on point.
There's 3 players over on the B bomb site, though, for Chiefs. So Fnatic do read this incorrectly and head in that direction. That could definitely be a problem for them, even if, for example, they get the pick onto Texter in middle.
There's definitely a B split coming out from Fnatic. Zeus is very aggressive in towards A, so they have no reason to rotate back from Chiefs, and here it comes from Fnatic.
Texter will go down. It's JW that gets the frag, but Blitz doing a good job over on B himself. Offnu even with the SMG, still making it happen. And 20 seconds now for Fnatic to work with. Hello? Has someone, like, given Cold Zero Offnu's PC and, like, it's just sort of, you know, doing his thing? How does Offnu get
that
through?
Kill on short as well.
Wait, Offnu got 4.
Yeah, he shut everyone down in B apartments with the MP9.
I can't believe this man. He's gone
What the hell
absolutely...
is that?
The thing is, like, you know, I could expect it from someone like, for example, right, Dexter maybe, or Urcast, who have been pretty solid lately. I guess not to say that Ofnu hasn't been solid, but
He hasn't. He
hasn't
on
been like
Chiefs,
this.
he's been better
Well,
than
actually,
he
that's a
was
good
in
point.
Tainted.
That's a very good point that you make.
Like we were watching him in Pro League, and we were watching him in the Derby and AUNZ and stuff like that. Wait, did he play in AUNZ Chiefs?
Yeah.
I think towards the end, right? Like
Yeah.
halfway through
No,
they
the
swapped
whole
players
time
around.
they played.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, on Chiefs, he's looked much better than he was on Tainted, and he's been on the up and up. Like, I was looking at the old HLTV stats, you know, you compare the red to the black, and in Tainted, lots of red for Ofnu, but over towards Chiefs, obviously red is the negative rating, and black is the positive rating. And over on Chiefs, plenty of positive ratings, and plenty of pretty impressive amounts of ratings from Ofnu, and you're seeing all that work and the consistency start to build up from the man in his new role in this team.
Yeah, maybe he's been activated here in Chiefs, something that I'm sure he has been waiting for a long time. It's looking good for him in particular, but still a lot more Fnatic to deal with. Susie kind of get an opportunity to come out of main. It's just going to go ahead and trade 1-for-1, but Texas does fall, and the Fnatic are in the bomb site now.
Just unlucky for Dexter. JW was shooting at Blitz, and he just gets caught in the crossfire. Nice flash out from Fnatic. He's going to... Oh, I can't believe Zusi gets away with his life there.
Tuck's bailing him out. 3v4 now. No counter utility at all for Fnatic to hold on to this bomb site with, and Fnatic, they're just going to be powerless against Chiefs as they storm back in for the retake. Ofnu gets Crims. Molotov in for JW means that the Palace angle is not much of a concern. And already on the defuse here is Zusi. Exist might just shut this one down. I've seen this movie before, but it had a different ending.
6 and 6 on the board, and Fnatic, with that bomb plant, going to be a little bit better than they might have been in terms of the money position, but still going to have to take a save. They can invest in the Deagles and maybe pistol half armor around JW's AK-47 and armor that he managed to save once that bomb was defused. Obviously, he still gets money.
Looking a lot better for Chiefs.
Not quite yet. They
yet.
have a bullet to dodge in this round in particular.
Well, they've had...
Not only is the round winnable for Fnatic with the utility and weaponry that they do have, and the fact they're going for a B execute. Tux has dropped the Molotov very early on. Ofnu's got the second one to be able to drop later on if they need to.
Blitz
but also, if they lose a lot of guns here, they're in a bad position economically.
They definitely are, and let's see whether or not Fnatic will actually cause problems. Ofnu, again, it just seems that everything he touches, every button mouse that he clicks, it turns to... mouse button that he clicks even, turns to gold. And that's exactly what occurs there. Again, another kill through the smoke. 2v5. JW has been a thorn in the side of Chiefs here on Mirage, but he goes down as well, and that is the perfect round for Chiefs. 5 alive. 7-6 now, and Chiefs pull ahead once again on Mirage.
Love that on the side of JW. He sneaks through the smoke in the perfect position. That's where you start to feel it, and you're thinking, all right, if I can find myself the right sort of angle, I can double up, maybe even triple up, and turn this round around. And then the least likely person sort of just wide swings out at you, and you get one beat, and you're like, yeah, all right.
I want to make a point about what you said just earlier as we were going into that round, how Chiefs had a bullet to dodge. I'm going to counter that with how many bullets have they actually dodged throughout this series.
It's pretty ridiculous.
So there's another one. I've got the faith now in Chiefs, and it's going to be really disappointing for me if they do end up losing this series now. But it just seems like it's possible, where otherwise going into this series, I just thought it was not going to happen at all today for Chiefs.
100%. And bullet well and truly dodged. Look at all those green numbers under the name tags of the Chiefs. They've got a lot of money to be falling back on. But towards the end of the half, it's going to matter a little bit less. Next round in particular was the one where it could have definitely bit them if they lost a lot of guns in the last, but they have not done so. Fairly quiet round, very slow crawling pace out of Fnatic as they do walk out middle. Put some control in this area. The map JW moves from under plus back towards that B area, and imagine since Crims is heading in the same direction, this is probably going to be Fnatic. Oh no, Crims is making his way back. Haven't quite fully decided what they want to do, but they are going up this connector area, so potentially a bit of a split towards A here.
Look at the wealth of utility that Fnatic has got, and Chiefs don't have a lot at all. Oh, I was going to say that was a good flashbang, almost great usage of the utility that Chiefs had available to them, but Fnatic, again, that individual aim just totally shuts down Chiefs. In a blink of an eye, 3 players fall, and that's the round over. So we're going to go to an 8-7 half regardless now.
There's nothing to really read into there for Chiefs. It literally was very much Fnatic in a default sort of spread, 1-3-1 formation, just waiting for any of the pushes coming out, putting a little bit of gunfire into certain parts of the map to keep Chiefs guessing about their whereabouts. And then once that utility sort of fades out in middle, Fnatic just creep up connector and shots were hit. That A ramp fight that was won by Crims, I think it was, a very important one for Fnatic to win to make the round a lot cleaner, because it puts a lot more pressure on Blitz, the man who's playing towards triple or CT. He's got to be worried about how many Ts are potentially running at me from that A main area now that I don't have a teammate alive to cover it when that short split's coming in. But if Zeusy wins that aim duel with Crims, then he can freely pretty much just pick onto connector. Obviously, you'd be a bit worried about the Palace, but you're probably going to be reacting to where you 100% know players are rather than where you not sure if they are or not.
Well, either way, a very clean entry into the site from Fnatic. They'll be happy with that, but I'm not so sure they'll be happy with the half as an entirety. It's definitely not been bad from Fnatic, but they have really allowed Chiefs to get back into this half where they
For the second time.
shut them down.
You saw how that went in the last game.
Lots of utility being thrown out on both fronts early in the round here. Zeusy will pop flash himself into main, takes a quick peek. Smoke to go down here. There's a hole in it, but
Hasn't got a lot of support here. Blitz has no nades to be able to help him if this push comes out from Fnatic. So Zeusy is very much alone on this bomb site, and wisely he's going to start to back out and play retake. Seen time and time again, Zeusy overcommit from time to time and play under balcony when he's solo on the bomb site. This time he's not going to make the same mistake.
flashbang is starting to come on through. Zeusy, what? What a great flick from Twist. Blitz will at least get some revenge. Zeusy almost lines up two there. The bomb's actually dropped by Firebox, so that'll be a little difficult for Fnatic to retrieve. Blitz doesn't quite manage to get the next one, but Offnu with the grenade, no less, will drop a Brolan, and Tux is in a great position here to deny the bomb plant. Offnu gets one, Tux the other. 8-7 at the end of the half. Pilly, I don't know how you feel about that one, but I'm still feeling quietly confident for the Chiefs. There's another half yet to play here on Mirage, and maybe still another map, but maybe, just maybe, Chiefs can cause an upset. They're on the right track. We'll find out after the break.
Skies, dreaming big and aiming high. Name the clouds passing by, wishing we run away. All we need is our passports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Baby, leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. As long as you're mine, I wanna run away. until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching.
Well, back into the second half here. It's Fnatic and Chiefs, and right now 8-7 favouring Chiefs. They go into the second half with an advantage, albeit quite a small one. But Fnatic are definitely feeling the frustrations after we saw on Dust 2. They dropped the map 16-14. And I don't want to jinx anything, but map number 2 here for the Chiefs is going fairly similarly, actually. You know, we've seen Fnatic have their advantages, but we've seen them let those slip in to the Chiefs. The Chiefs actually do come out with the advantage. So let's see whether or not Chiefs are going to have enough to hang in there against Fnatic today, or if we go through to a map number 3.
Quick pace up to the connector here, and Ofnu throws down this jungle smoke, I think, that's coming out. Pressure into towards jungle for the Chiefs, but they're getting shut down by JW. Bomb control, and they will put it down.
Good kill from Tux. JW has been the danger man, really, for them here on Mirage. Although I think you do have to give a shout out to Twist as well. 3 players left alive. Texter not in a great angle here. He'll be caught off by Brolan and not quite covered off nicely by Ofnu there. The trade impossible for him. Where on earth is Tux? Oh, he's behind Ofnu right now, but Ofnu, he's continuing that form. 2 players drop. The USP, it has been certainly very potent indeed. We'll take another peek here off the back of the fake flash. It's the decoy. Ofnu will fall, and they do know now where Tux is. He just overpeaks a little bit there, but he might just get the kill. Not quite. Good cover from Crims, and a nice defuse from Brolan. I think in another universe, Chiefs could have won that pistol off the back of those 2 USP picks from Ofnu, but man, he has been an absolute machine today for Chiefs.
100%, but Fnatic do close it out, so they're going to get themselves off to a nice strong start on this CT side. Over on Chiefs, interested to see if they're going to go for a AK Force. This would be a better round for it, honestly, because Ofnu could buy AK armor, and then you would have probably 2 AKs dropped over from Zeus Split's Texter over to other players, and you would have like 3 AK armored up players with utility as well as 2 Deaglers, like pretty much as much firepower as you could really expect in this second round. But they're just going to go for the passive approach, actually full Glocks across the board. They want to maximize their economy. They don't care as much about doing damage to the economy of Fnatic. Just want the AKs and all the utility they can possibly buy, as well as the AWP.
Fair enough, I suppose, from Chiefs. Doesn't look like they're going to be making too many inroads here. Fnatic fairly solidly set up. No HP lost at all. No one looking in a precarious position at all. And Chiefs are, I mean, I guess in this case, like, just taking their time, really. Perhaps they have something to chat about. JW does dispatch them off new. A couple of binks coming on through, but they're Glocks, and it's really tickles at this point onto Fnatic. JW does go low eventually, but 9-8. Fnatic obviously winning the pistol, but Chiefs are going to buy straight into the half as soon as they possibly can, and it's a great buy. All the utility you could ever want.
But by the same token, not investing even pistols into that last round, it allows Fnatic's economy to get to get really good in this round in particular. Just dying, no worries. Alright, Chiefs very heavily heading over towards this B side of the map. You do see the smoke come out from Ofnu onto the windows to try to bait out utility to come out for Fnatic, and it does work indeed. Molotov dropped by Twist, which is not really going to be affecting anyone. Good nade onto Ofnu. A lot of health missing on this man. He walks back into the Molotov. He goes down. Here comes the execute out from Chiefs.
Well, Zeus is going to lead the charge, but Twist on a nice angle. Blitz has actually managed to open things up, and they know that Twist is playing here by the truck. He'll eventually go down, but it's given enough room for Crims to make something happen as well. Where is the bomb? Tux has got it in his possession, so if only he knew that the bomb site was clear, he could have actually jumped on the bomb site and got the plant down, but Exist on short, not in an ideal position. Tux still watching the angle, but peeks away at the wrong moment. That's just a timing factor. And now it's all onto Blitz.
Very winnable round from the man, going up against a Scouter and a Famis. Knows very well aware where Exist is, and JW, off the back of seeing that player still in the apartments, is going to creep out onto the bomb site. Doesn't get tickled by that Molotov, so Blitz still very well unaware that JW is creeping up on him, but Exist gets it done.
Yeah, great stuff from the two Fnatic players there. Exist just perfect timing on both of those peaks. 10-8 now. Fnatic win the first gun round of the half. Chiefs with a tactical pause. I wonder what they're discussing here.
Well,
maybe it's a case of, do we buy? Ofnu's got money.
There's no reason to buy in this round, honestly, because the thing is, Fnatic have such a good economy that the only reason you'd really be force buying in these circumstances is if you're feeling confident about taking the economy away from Fnatic and getting yourselves back on the board. But with 3.3, 3.6 across a lot of your players, completely goes against the logic of not even buying pistols in the round previous, you know what I mean? They will buy though. Tux is going to disagree. He's going for the AK and everyone else is half buying. So that's something that we saw in the last game as well, I think, from Tux in particular, where on the CT side he bought Organ Armor while everyone else saved on Dust 2 and then pushed lower and got punished by JW.
Well, you said there's no reason to buy. Chiefs believe otherwise.
Well, they're not fully committed. Everyone's going to be able to buy next round, and Tux is probably going to have to go down towards like a, I don't know, SMG or something like that, or a pistol.
Either way, Chiefs have something to play with in this round. Definitely something to play for. Starting to lose their grip on Mirage. But that has been the case in both of the, well, all three of the halves we've seen so far. Fnatic getting off to a good start and Chiefs slowly making their way back in toward the late stages of the half. Storyline continues, and I'm sure Chiefs will be happy if it does, in the case that they do end up winning this map, but that's a difficult ask indeed. Good entries there from Tux and Texter, but equally good replies from Crims and JW. The bomb site, though, does go Chiefs. The smokes are up. Bomb plant is possible. JW peeking over the ticket booth, though. He won't be traded out. Now both Ofnu and Blitz are stuck on their angles. They're not having a good time here. Ofnu can't get enough done. JW, what a menace. 4 kills again. And he's 20-10 now for Fnatic.
It's been absolutely sick. Twist as well, stepping up pretty hugely. So definitely putting Chiefs pretty firmly in the bin. But over on Tux, he has calculated the money perfectly. He can buy himself AK armor, but no utility for the man.
Quick math.
And the rest of Chiefs, pretty good buy for all of the lads. Over on the side of Fnatic, starting to build up a little bit of cash on 3 of their players. But still in danger territory in terms of the economy. And again, a group up towards this A side of the map from Chiefs. Utility from Brolin will slow them down. After just applying pressure towards the B apartments again, which is going to keep the rotations nice and honest, especially with how...
Oh, no way. He's actually got 2. That is not fair.
Oh, they're just getting destroyed through the smoke, and what a way to lose an important round like this for the Chiefs. Fnatic just completely shutting them down, shooting them through smokes, and crushing all the dreams of the Australians and New Zealanders.
Well, smoke is not a wall. Ofnu may well still have something to say about this round. Almost cleans up Crims there as well. He's been the shining light of hope for Chiefs throughout today's match. What can Tux do as well, creeping out to Tetris. Still a lot of time for Chiefs to play with here, but it is going to have to be a massive, massive individual play out of these 2 remaining players on Chiefs.
See if they will be able to get it done. Tux is a man with the bomb, and he's going towards the site, and often he's just trying to creep through mid, but any second now he's going to run into Twist's line. Never mind.
Oh, Tux gets Brawler.
Twist turns around. Ofnu's found the timing here.
No, he hasn't. Or has he? I don't know. In the end, Twist does eventually peek out on short and gets Ofnu, so it really did feel like a matter of time before someone on the Chiefs got picked. And still, Tux has got a full HP in his back pocket. Not for much longer, though. Good peek from Twist. I mean, it's Twist and JW that have been really leading from the front here for Fnatic. If those two were not having the performance that they are right now, then it could be a little bit closer than it is. Although you would say the same thing about Chiefs, right? With Ofnu having the performance. But goodness me, that is criminal, really.
Digs and armor and a lot of utility here for the Chiefs. So let's see what their approach is going to be in this round in particular. Looks like they're heading straight back towards that B bomb site, I was going to say. But no, plenty of players towards middle as well. Ofnu just again putting utility pressure on towards B apartments to keep the rotations honest. This will keep the short player away from Catwalk and away from fighting in middle with JW, who is quite aggressive. Crims covering him, and ooh, what a one tap from the man.
For another one as well, it's actually Blitz that one taps Texter, which is not ideal. When all said and done, Chiefs, they didn't really expect much out of this round, although it was the pistols that kind of got them to this point, actually, if you remember, in the first half. Offnu? Low? Oh, well. Get that one by the wayside. 13's up, though, for Fnatic. This is the tipping point for Chiefs. If they don't start winning now, they're not going to be able to clean up Mirage.
Yeah, and they're in the worst possible scenario. Fnatic's money is pretty good at the moment. Probably 2 more buys left in the lads, even if they do lose this round in particular. Or at least 1.5. And over on the side of Chiefs, they've got full loss bonus, but they haven't really been able to get anything going on the T side. It feels like Fnatic's just disrupting them constantly.
Yeah. Zeus is going to go back to his usual tricks, pushes straight through the smoke, straight through the Molotov. So too does Tux. This is what got them a few rounds on Dust too, but it looks like Fnatic is much more set for this now here on Mirage. As I say that though, maybe it's a bit of a caster curse. Texter and Offnu finding one apiece. Offnu again! He's won the aim duel against Crims this time, and well, this should be the end of him. But that's again another heroic effort from Offnu. 2 kills in the round and enough to get Chiefs in a winnable position once more.
Open plant from Texter is going to mean Chiefs can defend this from pretty much any post plant that they may wish to, but good utility on the Fnatic players means that they can smoke off the bomb. They can use these Molotovs to be able to flush some of the Chiefs out of position. The round's not over yet.
Blitz has got a nice line here, and he will spot out Exist as well. That's 1 down, 1 to go for Chiefs. Twist, I don't think, has much of a chance in this round. He does have a kit, but he's on his own. 3 players to find. This is the smarter decision, just to back away and save that Org on through. Obviously, Fnatic have got a lot of money to play with, but there's no sense in throwing it down the toilet. So 1 up there for Chiefs here.
So finally getting a T round on the board. And over on the side of Fnatic, should still be okay to buy up into this one. Someone will have to drop Crims a gun. But really, bottom of the bank account for most of the players, bar Twist in this round in particular. So Chiefs with a big opportunity to come back into this one and actually reset the economy of Fnatic and give themselves not only double digits, but also start to move even closer towards the score line. Quick smoke into the connector and the window from the Chiefs indicates that they're probably looking to go for a quick split in towards this B-bomb site.
Yeah, they
the
are.
only player who's here is Twist.
Zusi leading the charge here on short. Has been spotted by JW, but the shot is missed, and that gives Zusi some time to reset himself. Blitz also having a look on through. How have none of these shots hit from JW? The Chiefs have gotten away scot-free. They're into the B-bomb site now, or at the very least, quite close indeed. Fnatic have, however, rotated across, and JW finally does get the better of Blitz. Chiefs, for a moment, it looked possible for them, but now it seems impossible unless Tux activates himself. 2 kills already. 2 players down on Fnatic. 2 remaining to find. And Tux can try and retrieve the bomb, get himself onto that bomb site. Can he get this kill onto Crims? Doesn't quite get the timing right.
Money's still okay for the Chiefs though, because in this new loss bonus system, winning 1 round doesn't completely reset you. In fact, they still do have 5 built up. So, totally fine in terms of the cash over on the side of Fnatic. Not the cleanest round overall, but still good enough, and particularly with how good Twist's money was, they should be all right moving into this next one. But again, sort of at the breaking point for Fnatic here. If Chiefs do take advantage of this, they could start to get closer in terms of the round count, but they're running out of opportunities here, Jordan. 14 up for Fnatic. This is the last chance for Chiefs to actually make this game a little bit more competitive, and even then they're not guaranteed to be closing this one out.
No, definitely not. JW's got a nice angle here, but he doesn't spot the player coming through connector and will just drop to Offnu. Brolan does double down from Sandwich. Texter, however, trades back effectively onto Crims, and once again, Chiefs have got a favourable scenario, though they're not in control of the bomb right now. So it's going to take them some time to get across to the site and get the bomb down, and all in that meanwhile, this massive rotate is occurring for Twist. And look at where Zusi is. He's on the B bomb site. Yeah, it depends all on the timing here for both squads right now. Zusi may well suffer for it as he does fall. Exister's position is now given away up there in Palace, and Offnu, of course. Of course it's Offnu that puts it back in the favour of Chiefs, but Exist, what a shot, and he'll get the second as well. Offnu strafing out from Tetris, and I must say now, that is definitely the map over and done with. Chiefs are not coming back from this.
They have enough to buy AK armor on Zusi, Texter, and Offnu. Tux and Blitz will struggle a little bit more than the rest of the lads. And again, over on the side of Fnatic, only one gun alive. Could be potential danger territory for Fnatic, but with match point, even if they do get reset here, plenty of time to come back as they do have a round buffer, and all it's going to take is one mistake from Chiefs, and this game's finally over.
Oh, JW misses a shot. Doesn't quite give the opportunity over to Chiefs, though, as the second will connect, and Exist is there as well. All in all, favourable stuff for Fnatic in middle. A 4v3 here, and it's going to be very quickly swept aside by Fnatic. Nicely done from Twist in Apartment. 16-9 on the second map, and Chiefs are going to be left wanting.